Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. We are back and my mic just fell off the hook. What a way to start the show. What a way. And we got Sound Crow here with us and T Wright. What's up, fellas?
Evening. Hello.
I need to take that. I need to do something with that. That just fell right off.
It's the Shay.
Man, what a day. What a day. We
What a
made
day.
it. We here. Time to have some fun, talk some sports. We haven't seen T Wright in a long time. He's the prodigal son. He's returned. Glad to
Good word.
have him back. He's like LeBron. He's lower management right now.
There it is. There you go. Yep.
There's nothing wrong with you.
You gotta take a shot at LeBron, dude.
No pressure.
There's nothing wrong with you. Hey, LeBron keep sitting now. He gonna find himself somewhere else. So
That's your team, man. You gotta handle it.
man, I know I got to write another letter to LeBron. All right.
Good plan.
You know, his son now his son trying to get red shirted. The coach came to him, said, Bryce. Yeah, they said, hey man, you know, you're not getting a lot of playing time here, son. You gonna red shirt? So a lot going on with the James family right now.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into fast break. Am I hearing that? Is it doubling?
Yeah, I thought I heard it record. Yeah.
Did it freeze?
I don't know. They heard an echo. Echo.
Yeah, I heard something. All right, let's try this again. Rewind. Let's try this again. I'm hearing it twice.
Yeah.
Hey, I just thought that was the beat.
You're like remix.
Remix.
What is going on tonight, bro?
Yeah, mix some up just for a second, bro.
This is cool. This is awesome. A happy accident. Yeah.
Like that threw me off so bad. It stopped the video. I was like, hold up, bro. I know somebody else gotta be hearing this. This just can't be me. Okay, StreamYard. I was getting y'all praise earlier, but now I don't know. I gotta take that praise back.
See, there's always glitches. There's pros and cons every time there's an upgrade.
My goodness, yes, indeed. Well, Nico Harrison was fired. What was they? Yesterday, T, right?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah, because Dustin gave us a false report, but he kind of spoke into existence. So Nico Harrison got fired today. Man, what's your thoughts on that, T, right?
About time.
Thank you.
About time. That is probably the worst trade we have ever, definitely in my lifetime. This the
Thank
worst
you. Yes.
I've ever seen in my life. You trade your young superstar fresh off a finals appearance for an injury-ridden AD.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I felt like the whole world could have told him about that trade. Because look, Kyrie would have been dealing with injuries the last couple of years.
Yep.
Then your AD, took a huge gamble and it just didn't come together for you. Nope. So, in a group chat when the news broke of Luke getting trade, it kind of like made the world stop.
Mm-hmm.
was like 1:00 in the morning. Everybody blowing up the phone, texting. So it was that type of thing that you never see. It's a trade that you just don't see in your lifetime, pretty much.
No. I almost fell out of bed when I saw the alert. I'm like, oh my gosh, I almost fell out of my bed. Like, what just happened?
Right, exactly. It's just them type of trades that just blow your mind. So, what was your thoughts, now, Pro, on Nico Harrison finally getting fired?
Like I said, I echo what T. Wright said to a T there, no pun intended. But the notion that you trade essentially the franchise, you have a generational player there, okay? That would be like saying if the Bulls would have traded Jordan at the prime in his early year just because. Why would you do that? You have a generational talent. Not to say I compare them exactly the same, just as an example of how shocking it was. But even for Anthony Davis, and again, not to disrespect, he was good back in the time, but he's not exactly on the young age anymore. He's going, getting older. Injuries add up. I mean, and Cooper Flag, they were going to draft him there. Like, you think about it, could have had Cooper Flag and you had Luka both together there. Think of that front court. Obviously, that kind of shuffles things a little bit, maybe more so off of Kyrie, but still. But for Nico Harrison, and then for him to say, the thing that I laugh about it reading it again is, I guess we'll see what he made the comment. I guess we'll see what this does for me in the future. I could pretty much tell you what's going to happen because you just shook up the entire world. And I said it right away. The Lakers won that trade, hands down. It wasn't even close. It was a landslide. So, and Nico Harrison, Harrison was justifying, well, I see the future of the franchise. I see this. This is why I'm doing. You justify it however you want. There's no way to spin this to the world. So I just don't know why the Mavericks waited this long to maybe just to see the experiment. But if it were up to me, I would have fired him the second he pulled that trigger. But that's just me.
So RC brought up a point in the group chat that it was a collective agreement. He thinks that it was Nico Harrison and GM and some other head higher ups that agreed to trade Luka. I don't know how I feel about that. Sometimes you do got a green light from the owner to approve a trade, but
you're the GM at the end of the day, though.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're the GM. And for me, I would tell the owner, like, what's the point of trading Luka? I mean, we went to the finals like this. He was the best shot for us with a team that wasn't right there. He put us over to the next spot into the playoffs. So why trade somebody that's on that level? And with Nico taking shots at Luka, talking about he's fat, he's
that
lazy.
Was the worst part. Yeah,
lazy, but he don't work out. He come in camp not in shape. But we saw what he did when he was out of shape. When he wasn't a top. He wasn't top of in performance with his body.
Right.
But we saw him go to another level.
Yeah.
So it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, especially as an NBA fan. I know fans they upset about Luka. It's fumble. I mean, you can't gamble something like that on, like I said, an injury-prone AD on Kyrie, who's older.
Yeah.
Can't take that gamble, man, and that's what happens when you do. You get fired for risking something like that.
And the thing is, too, is like you think about it, like if you're gonna trade a player, again, I don't think you should, but if you're even going to experiment or see if there's availability, you got to get a lot more than what they got from the Lakers. I really think the Lakers got they fleeced the Mavericks. Let's be honest, they gave them like essentially, again, not to downplay the players, but. You pretty much gave them the magical beans. You sold a cow for magic beans kind of thing. Like, it's not even, you can't even measure it. So if you're going to do a player like that, you got to get a huge, like the Sauce Gardner trade. I think the Jets got more than they bargained for, 2 first-round picks. I think the Colts overpaid, but they drew it in because that was a high-touted player. So you think a player of Luka's caliber, maybe 3 first-round picks at those players, something else, you got to get something back.
They should have thrown in Austin Reeves. Go ahead, see, right?
You want to hear some of the moves that Nico's made since he's been GM?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I really do.
So not only did he trade, Luka for AD, he refused to offer Jalen Brunson a contract extension.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he turned into in New York. He traded Kristaps Porzingis for a second-round pick, Davis Bertans, and Spencer Dinwiddie. And this is the worst
Dang, I
one.
forgot about
He
that.
traded a first round pick in 2 seconds for Grant Williams.
I forgot about that too.
Mm-hmm.
And a fun fact, do you know he was the one who made the pitch to Curry at Nike? And he said
Well,
the wrong name. So
isn't that a full circle?
Oh my word!
and he chose that's why Curry chose Under Armour.
So you see the problem here. I mean,
Right, that's what I'm saying. So Nico, this is all on you. I don't get
you did it to yourself.
You did it to yourself. There ain't no scapegoat type thing. You had a history of bad
You are
moves,
the guy. You are the fall guy.
and I think that was just icing on cake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just blows my mind. Like to this day, when I think about that, as a Mavericks fan, you just be like,
You're
"Why?"
sick. You're absolutely sick.
Well, we had Banger switch sides. He went to the Lakers. He was a Mavericks fan. He said, "Man, I'm gonna root for Luka with the Lakers." You know, it's just an idiotic trade that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
No, and I mean, I'm not a Mavericks fan, but I felt bad for them. I mean, gee whiz. I mean, that's the stupidest thing.
Let's say, do y'all think it would be different if AD didn't get hurt, Kyrie's healthy, Cooper Flag playing, a little bit better?
Maybe a little bit.
You think they would still save his job in the long?
No, not that. No, I don't think ultimately myself. I think it's just the damage of, again, generational. Again, it's like selling out for magic beans. So that's like those rumors. I'm a Celtics fan. Like the rumors, they're trading Jaylen Brown for. No, you're not. You're not trading for all these weird trades you hear. I'm like, Boston would be stupid to part ways with anything less than these first round picks if you trade him at all. I mean, that's just dumb. So I think Nico Harrison and again, who knows what went on internally? Maybe there was pressure. Maybe there was a rift with Luka. Maybe he caused feelings that we don't know about. Either way, he pulled the trigger. So you signed your own exit package when you dealt and pulled. I don't think there was really any good scenario, even if AD was in his prime like he was coming into the NBA. I still don't think the value would be equal. So, yeah, I just don't see it. I can't see it.
Flower, what's your thought on Nico Harrison getting fired? You feel like it was long overdue?
No, I think it's according to plan. Honestly,
what's the plan?
I mean, I heard Gilbert Arenas say this, and he made sense, even though he say the craziest things. You realize when marquee players like Luka is traded 80 a few years ago, it's the irony in these guys getting traded and these guys being rewarded the number 1 overall pick. That's one. Because I don't understand how could Nico form a championship team and then just throw it in the trash that quick? Doesn't make any sense. Like, you'd have to be borderline crazy. I guess that's a safe word. Crazy in a sense to you get to the championship with Luka, you trade him away for pretty much a liability. I've been barking since the trade last year. Why you didn't get Austin Reeves in this trade? You needed a ball handler, to go along with AD and stuff in this package. And I feel like of course, the Lakers fleeced the Mavericks, but
100%.
I honestly think, and this is what Gilbert pointed out. He said pretty much, if you think about it, they trade Luka to LA. LA sells the franchise for what, $10 billion. So Luka going to LA raised the ante up on the cost of the Lakers. So the Lakers get paid. If that guy that owns the Mavs wants to sell the team, he bought the team for $3.5 billion. He'll sell it for $6.5 billion. So if you look at it that way, you kind of, because I don't care what anybody says. Nico didn't make the decision by himself. The guy that's signing the checks had to make that call. That doesn't make any logical sense, because why would you trade away your cornerstone, the person that sells out the arena, merchandise? It's too much riding on Luka for Nico to make a boneheaded decision without somebody signing off on that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can agree with that. That there has to be some type of agreement before you pull the trigger on that. But with the history of Nico Harrison, all his bad moves, man. I think that
Name me a few.
Jalen Brunson. Well,
Okay,
T-Right, go ahead.
they couldn't afford him. I mean, I get that. But okay, you bring up Jalen Brunson, so we can't deny that Nico has an eye for talent, right?
Yeah, but it
Got an
haven't
eye.
translated to nothing. I mean, like you said, once you make it to the championship and you trade Luka, you blow up the whole thing. Now you sitting with a bad AD and still injury Kyrie. I mean, that's a bad gamble. You gamble and you lost. You played the game.
I don't think Nico just woke up and looked at Luca and said, "I don't want him here." Let's bring Anthony Davis
Well,
in here.
he should have came out and took shots at Luca, or why he was trying to give a reason why he traded Luca.
Because he had to. Because he had to. If the media don't ask him the question, he's not going to answer it. I mean, it's too
He didn't have to throw
fishy
Luca underneath
because,
the bridge. He didn't
bro,
have to. He didn't have to throw shots at Luca.
it's
Wait, man,
32.
never been
It's
a
32
problem.
teams, right? How many
Yeah.
NBA teams is it? 29, 30? It's 30.
I think it's 30. 30
Yeah, it's
NBA
30.
teams.
Excuse me.
He
It's
offered
30
Luka one
NBA
team.
teams, right?
Yeah.
How in the hell the Lakers the only team that you're gonna reach out to? Come
That's
on, man.
fair. That is
Come
fair.
on,
Yeah.
man.
I thought it was another team that offered something. No, he just called the Lakers. That's right. He just
No,
called
it was just,
He called. Yeah, he reached out. Yeah.
Rod didn't. He texted Rob Pelinka, and Rob Pelinka thought he was on something. He like, are you serious? So that's what. Yeah, it's like the whole thing is fishy. But like I said, he digged himself in a bigger grave when he took shots at Luka. He had to say all that about his being overweight when he took him to the finals with that weight. So it's just he kind of shot himself in the foot. But either way, it was bad moves all the way around for the organization.
But someone's got to pay the price. So
yeah, like most hinted at that they maybe are trying to move the Mavericks to Las Vegas.
If he was the fall guy, he really leaned into it though. I will say.
That floor came crashing out. Yep.
They need somebody to point the thing at. It ain't gonna be the owner.
No, it can't be the owner. Of course not. If that's the case, Jerry Jones will have to fire himself. That doesn't work.
Yeah, can't fire themselves unless they get ran out for doing something stupid like Dan Snyder or the owner. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
We will not hear from Nico for the next 2 years. I guarantee you.
I believe it. Yeah.
I believe it too.
He's going to go hide under a rock for a little bit.
He was scared to walk out of his house after that Luka trade.
I would have moved out of Dallas as soon as I did that. Yeah.
All right. So Ja Morant, he's having his issues with Memphis and everything. Flower, do you think the Memphis Grizzlies should part ways with Ja?
Yeah, I do. Not because he wants to. I just you can tell the relationship is severed. Especially when they traded away Bane, and to me, I think it's more of a they can't stay healthy kind of an ordeal. But let's be honest about Ja Morant. I like Ja, but the flair he once had is not there.
Right.
It's not a bad thing per se, but I just don't think that. I mean, well, let me not say that. I'm just gonna vaguely say he tricked himself out of being one of the top guys in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. He tricked his own self out. You know, that don't mean that he can go somewhere and be viable, of course, but I worry about Ja as far as once he loses his athleticism, he needs to work on that jump shot, get a little more consistent, because once that athleticism disappears, him trying to jump over people and stuff, you know, what is he? So that's what I'm curious to see with him. There's a lot of injuries with Ja Morant, suspensions. It's hard to just jump on that train with Morant. Like I like him, like his shoes, of course, but that spark that was there, it's no longer there.
Right.
Yeah, he seemed uninterested. You know, they traded his boy Bane, like you mentioned, and it just seemed like that it's a rift because when they're asking him why he was on the bench, you're like, I don't know, go ask the coaches. You know, go talk to them. Don't ask me them type of questions.
Yep.
It seemed like that. He like, man, he really don't want no part of the Memphis.
No part of it.
He said he was good in the West, I thought.
It's been downhill ever since.
Apparently not. Yeah,
Guess not.
With all the trouble he was dealing with off court with injuries, I think it's just getting to him. Now they made some trades that wasn't favorable to Memphis. Now I think he's out of it, man. T-Right, what would be a good spot for Ja in your opinion?
That's a hard one. Maybe he need to go somewhere where he can run the show himself. Somewhere, I don't know, maybe Atlanta. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
he's
hard.
switched.
He's kind of like you know how Allen Iverson used to be. He is the team. He takes all the shots. Everything runs through him. He needs that kind of team around
Yeah.
him. Because I think the reason he's struggling now, they implemented a new system in Memphis to take some of the load off, and he just his heart not in it. You can tell.
Yeah.
What you say, SoundCloud? What you think will be a good fit for him? You think?
Well, I kind of like what T said too. You know, I don't know. I think it's a lot of these teams where you have that kind of personality, they're going to clash. So, you know, a lot of these guys, you know, I would say, I'm not going to say, obviously, for me being biased with Boston, but it really wouldn't fit in there considering the culture they got there. So I think it's got to be a smaller market team that needs it. Maybe New Orleans, you know, Atlanta, maybe Washington. It's got to be one of these lower key teams that if he's going to make noise, obviously, there's not a lot of pressure. Like, you're not going to go to a New York team or even the Lakers or one of these bigger franchises where, you know, if you have all this drama coming in the door. So it's going to be like moving on from Memphis to another team similar. You know, you're not gonna be the starlight. So and then the question is, what do you offer? What are our team's going to be interested, and what's the value here for a trade? Like, what are they willing to give up to bring him in, knowing just some of the history that he's gone through? So I can see those smaller market teams. I think it makes sense. And again, for Ja, I think you want a fresh start. You're going to go wherever they take you. So
What about the Kings?
that could be another one. Yeah, Kings could be a good one. I think he could work out well there. You know, I think I said it's just one of those. The chemistry has got to be. You got to watch where you mold to. So there's all different factors there. But again, it's the compensation. Who's going to have? Who wants to forfeit draft picks, players? What are you going to give for them? So
I give you
like
one. I give you
Oh,
one.
go ahead.
One Western Conference team. Timberwolves.
yeah, that could be a good one.
And I'm only saying, and I'm looking at this for not Ja to be the primary. Why? I can see Ja coming in and playing behind Edwards and them guys and take some pressure off of them. I mean, because let's not be up here. Let's not sit here and treat Ja like a baby. You making too much money for you not to adapt to the new system in Memphis.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that allow him. You're the guy. If that's what you want to be, that's what you have in Memphis. You're the guy. So
right.
I just don't understand how you lost your joy in basketball when you're still the guy.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, I think it's just the place he's at, but him fitting in with a contender, I don't know, man.
Oh no, he ain't doing that.
No, I wouldn't say that. Not now. No.
Yeah, like you said, you had to send him to a place that really don't have nothing going for themselves.
But if you think about it, there's not too many teams in the NBA right now, other than bad teams that he's gonna go and be Ja.
Do you think he can fit into an organization that already have, like, I don't want to say set stars, but they already have a culture of winning, like making it to the playoffs?
Well, that's why I say Minnesota, because he if he goes to Minnesota, he's not the big dog there. That's Anthony Edwards' team. So he had to come in and be secondary to that. And what's the problem? What's the problem with that?
I know. I was just thinking about, man, them two going out and hanging out. That's a party right there.
We know if anything during the season, we know Ant-Man. He's about ball. I've never gotten any reason to question, his commitment. Never.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, but it's Ja. Sometimes the bad influences.
Well, they don't have to be best friends, but it could be like a Kyrie LeBron situation where he's like, I don't want to live in that shadow. I can't do it anymore. So, it's going to be like that love-hate relationship. But as long as you can make it work on the court, I mean.
Houston needs a point guard.
Winning cures all.
Yeah.
Houston does need a point guard.
Yeah.
Who's that? Yeah, Houston. I don't know. Yeah, the name going is drawn from me, but the point guard for Houston right now, I don't know.
It's
taking
Van Fleet, right?
Mm-hmm. Fred.
Fred Van Fleet, yeah.
He's out.
All right. So the Lakers are winning without LeBron at 8-3. Somebody said LeBron can continue to sit on that cushion on the sideline. They don't need him. So you're right, your boy.
My God.
The Lakers good. They send him packing. They just stay home.
They got to move on eventually. He's 41 years old. Gonna be. I mean, gee.
Will LeBron mess up this chemistry, Luka and Reeves have?
Bron, you my guy. It might be time to get away from Bron. You got Luka, you got your young superstar, you got some solid role players. Austin Reeves coming into his own, and we know how Bron comes back. He demands so much.
Yep.
He needs the ball in his hands to be effective, and he's just gonna come back and screw all that up.
But he's not that guy no more. He's not the young buck he was. He's getting that Jordan. He's riding off Jordan with the Wizards. It's coming to a close kind of thing. So
I will say if he can come back, which this ain't what he'll probably do. In a perfect world, he could come back and take a much lesser role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would be perfect. They'd be just about a championship squad if you ask me. If he can do that, be the old Bron in flashes, but
yeah, it could save him. He's not gassed. He's not doing 40 minutes a game. He could take that breather. He doesn't have to be the focal point.
Right.
Just the anchor there.
Right. He can get you 10
More,
points,
even more
10 points in transition alone by himself.
Yeah, he'll be even more of a facilitator in that type of role, which is be good at. That's what he do best anyway, facilitate. Go ahead, Flowers.
This can go either or because I was talking to RC the other day, and I was telling him the Lakers have a problem far as when he gets back, they have 3 of the same player. Okay.
Yep.
So at the same time, I don't want to discredit LeBron. And by saying that he can't adapt, like he's played Olympic ball, he's played with so many stars over the past 22 years. I would think that if he needs to sit corner, let those guys be the primary handlers, and he, if Luka and Reeves are getting double and LeBron's open, I have no problem. Look, he can sit there and knock the shots down, but it's all about what LeBron wants to do. If LeBron comes back and demands, the usage rate, the cut between Doncic and Austin Reeves and company, I'd get rid of him, honestly. I'd trade him because, like I say, you got 3 of the same guys to do the same thing, and none of them defend. So, if anything, the Lakers probably need a guy that can defend on the wing, to go with what they have now, because you got Hachimura's playing great, and you got Aiden's. Everybody talk down on Aiden. He's out there giving you 17 and 8 a night.
That's good.
What can you ask for? I'm going to say LeBron can come back and adapt and do whatever's needed to be done, but we'll see what happens, and it'll speak more about him and his ego.
Yep.
When he comes back.
Yep, I agree. It's gonna come down to what, like you said, what LeBron want to do. Is he gonna fit in? He gonna fall in line, or he just want his way or no way? It's no in between. There's no in between. So I hope LeBron can just fit in where he can and just play their role. Like you say, he played with USA team with D Wade, Melo, Kobe, all these guys, and he was getting them the ball. He was finding Curry for threes on the USA team. So maybe he can take a step back. He already got all the records. I mean, what else you need, LeBron?
Exactly.
I mean, what else you need? You want the other ring? Well, fall in line and do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So which NBA team has surprised you the most this season so far, Sound Crow?
Boy, that's a tough one. Well, I don't know if I should say it surprised me. I knew this was gonna happen. Not surprised in a good way, but obviously, again, me being a fan too, and I knew what the changes there, but where Boston is heading right now is kind of about what I expected, especially with Tatum still being obviously silent. I mean, Brown's still there, but they made a lot of moves in the offseason. They had to, clearing the cap out, bringing younger talent in. But the first thing for me, it's like that's the championship caliber is going to take some remolding a little bit. I'm not saying they've fallen necessarily off the cliff completely, but you can see the vibe is much different now than what it was from obviously a couple of years ago when they won the title. So I just think I'm a little surprised too that they had gotten off to as slow of a start as they did, because again, Brad Stevens had said, trust the system. I'm making moves for the franchise. That's just what he always does. It's the same model a lot of teams will follow. So, and I expected guys like Porzingis to be gone. Drew Holiday, I knew he was working his way out. It's just the natural order of things. But, obviously you factor Tatum not playing, but I just didn't think it was going to be as slow as it was. They're starting to bounce. They're starting to bounce a little bit coming back, but it still could be a rough year. And I think for Celtics fans, everybody else out there, if you're watching that too, like for me, you just got to say this is a transitional period where, there's other teams like Cleveland nearly knocked them out and they still look good too coming in. So, I mean, you got to kind of think it's going to probably be somewhat of a slightly down year. But it's just surprising how that kind of came to fruition a lot quicker than I thought. So for me anyway.
Right on. Boston without Tatum. I mean, we saw Pritchard go off. So they have
He's solid. Yeah, he's solid.
They have pieces that can do what they need to do. But it's gonna take some time, especially with when Tatum come back. Flowers, what team has surprised you this season?
I give you two, just because of where they're in the standings right now: Milwaukee and Detroit.
Yeah.
The Eastern Conference, and honestly, the Eastern Conference in a whole has been playing some pretty good ball.
Yep.
Philly, Miami, New York, Chicago,
Yes.
a lot of good teams in the East right now. A lot of good ball being played in the East. The West is pretty much where I thought it was going to be. Let me say something about Oklahoma City also while we're talking about this. For them to lose their second best player, and seems like he wasn't even. If you're looking at Oklahoma City now, you wouldn't even know who the hell Jalen Williams was because of the AJ Mitchell kid and Carson and those guys, man. Like, what I am amazed at Oklahoma City, man, with their wings, man, because they're spitting them out like babies, man. Just they're booming, man. They have a lot of great young players, and for them to be 11-1 without their second best player, and they're not missing a beat.
No, that's huge.
Not at all, man. That's LKC team. We talked about that this past season that they deep and they continue to show that great job on the scouting department and bringing in young talent. And they 11-1. That's the reason why. T. Wright, what team you think surprised you this year?
Yeah, I'm with Flowers. I'm looking at Detroit. They look nice. Cade coming into his own. He's taking the next step. He's looking like the best. He's looking like a top 5, top 10 player in the league.
I agree.
And they first in the West. First in the East. I think right now 10-2.
10-2.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you mentioned Milwaukee, man. They got some players, man. They've been hustling. And Turner, Miles Turner, who big addition to that team with young
point guard they replaced Dame with.
Yes, man. Like I said, I was shocked by the Bucs on how they came out. Cause I wasn't for sure on how they're gonna start the season.
I'm tired of watching Giannis travel though. Sick of it.
Give it to them. They like, man, it's Giannis, the MVP.
One dribble from the half court line.
Stride.
That's a long stride, man. So before we move on to the NFL, we can give y'all some score updates with the NBA. The Pistons beat the Bulls. I don't even know Giddey played tonight.
No, look, I don't think Cunningham didn't play tonight. I don't think.
Boy broke his ankles last game.
Oh my God! Who that broke Giddey's ankle? DeAndre Hunter.
He got hurt for real. He hurt his ankle for
real.
Yeah. Have him twisted like a pretzel. The Pistons beat the Bulls 124 to 113. Magic beat the Knicks 124 to 107. I've been kind of disappointed in Magic.
I have too.
Oh my goodness. It's just like they again, like the games they've been losing, they've been getting whooped. So they hard to bet on. They are hard to bet on because you just don't know. You just don't know.
Yep.
The Hornets beat the Bucs 111 to 100. The Magic did ruin my parlay. I had the Knicks -2. I should have known.
I think I might have had them too tonight.
I should have known. The Blazers are beating the Pelicans 92 to 78. The Cavs
Pelicans are
being the
so
Heat.
disappointing, man.
Mhm.
Like send them to the CBA or something.
Send them to the
Send them
damn
somewhere else.
gulag.
Mhm.
Like,
Gulag.
we need to start another basketball league and send the Pelicans there. Hey, no, they need to fire Mickey Loomis. You see how he doing a terrible job with the Pelicans and he doing a terrible job with the Saints. Like,
It's a New
come on.
Orleans thing. I don't know what. I mean, geez, yeah.
All that voodoo
Miss
they
Gail
doing on
Benson.
I'm
Bourbon
telling
Street.
you.
Miss Gail need to what's this say? Hit the road, dude.
Hit the
Hit the
road.
road.
Shouldn't just be Nico Harrison being fired.
They need to put
Right.
some rabbit's foot in Zion's jersey. They need his jersey need to be stitched of rabbit
He needs to
hair.
go see a voodoo priestess, or he needs to go see one of the old, get some
They
kind of
need
something
something.
there.
The Rockets beat the Wizards 100. Oh, the game's still going on. The Rockets are beating the Wizards 100-80. The Spurs are beating the Warriors 80-78 in the third. Suns beating the Mavericks 63-53 at halftime. So there y'all go. Your score updates for the NBA. We're gonna move on to the NFL. Let's start off with the most boring game of the week. Oh my word, dude! I start working on t-shirts and watching the game. The Eagles beat the Packers 10-7. I don't even know how to put in the words with this offense. Both of the offenses.
A mid off.
Yeah.
Green Bay don't have the best. They have a good D line, but the secondary trash. The Eagles couldn't take advantage of it, and then the Packers couldn't take advantage of the Eagles secondary. So it was just a lot of
Nobody wanted
3
it.
and out, live 3 and outs. T. Right, man. What was your thoughts on the Eagles and the Packers?
Just lackluster. The offense of the Eagles is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Manila. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to watch. Jalen, I was arguing about with somebody all day today. I was telling him he doesn't seem like a good thrower of the ball. He's a winner, great guy, but I don't think he's a good thrower of the ball. Hence is why what's his name? AJ is complaining. I seen some of the throws he threw. I was like, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, there was a lot of balls over receiver heads in that game.
It's like when he's bad at it, he's really bad at it. Like
There's no middle ground. Yeah, he's
there's
just
no middle
terrible.
ground. You're right, terrible or good.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. Flowers, do you think the Packers are frauds?
I don't want to call them full out fraudulent, but yeah.
Ooh. Yep.
I only say that because they have no true identity. I think what LaFleur wants to do, he can't do.
Right.
He wants to run the ball. Right now, they can't run the ball, and Jordan Love is inconsistent. I think that's a big part of the problem. Is
Yeah.
Jordan Love inconsistency. I think them losing Tucker Craft is
That hurt.
really gonna set them back. You've been seeing that since they lost him last week.
Yep.
If Tucker Craft's not in there, I know they got a bunch of young, fast guys. I'm always gonna be on the side of they're too inconsistent in the wide out room, in my opinion. Defensively, you're paying Michael Parsons all this money to only have one tackle and an assist. They didn't get any sacks on that Eagle offensive line. Honestly, the Eagles and Green Bay are the same. They're the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you ask me, that they're the same build, same mold. It's just once you match them two up together, Philly's probably more, Philly's a little more physical. And that's why I think, Ben, I'm gonna say this now. I'm taking Detroit Sunday night to go to Philly and beat Philly. I am. I think they're gonna whoop them. I really do.
Ooh.
I really do.
I
think it's gonna be a case of deja vu from 2 years ago when
that's right.
The 49ers went there, beat them, and they couldn't figure themselves out for the rest of the season. I really think that's gonna happen this Sunday.
Yep.
This Eagles team is almost like a Jekyll or Hyde. One Sunday, they all happy and jumping around. You saw what they did to Minnesota defense. I mean, it was moving the ball field, scoring points. But when the next week, you just never know. They can't run the ball. AJ Brown, I don't think he had a catch. He might have one catch. It's too inconsistent, and that's not going to bode well in the playoffs, especially like you said when they play against Detroit this week, or they play against any other the good teams in the playoffs.
Anybody that could be physical with them and
yes,
punk
it's
them,
not going.
they're going to have
It's
a
not going to
problem.
transfer.
They're going to rock
when
them
they
up.
meet the Rams. If they meet the Rams in playoffs, I think the Rams best them because of how physical the Rams can get with you, and they can run the ball down.
Also,
Seattle.
So the Eagles' issue is they don't have identity. They don't know what they're doing. When they can't run the ball with Saquon, they fall foul on their face because now they rely too much on Jalen Hurts to push the ball downfield, and it's not really his thing. And the scheme is bad. Like I said, when they can't run the ball, they don't know how to get the receivers open. They can't scheme up stuff, and they just keep trying to hit a nail with a hammer. They just keep hammering away, and there's nothing going. And for Green Bay, like you said, Tucker Kraft, and I forgot the other kid they lost at wide receiver this season. I think it was who was that? ACL. It was they had because what receiver was that
Wicks,
they lost?
maybe no,
wasn't it? Might be in Wicks.
I see. Is Dobbs been out there?
Or is it
Reed?
Reed? It's Reed.
Oh,
Reed.
Reed.
Reed
probably their best receiver.
Yes, he is. He's their true number one now. He outshined Dobbs. You remember Dobbs through that whole fit last year of not being the guy. Well, Reed is the guy. When they lost Reed, it kind of stalemated the passing scheme, and now they lost Tucker Kraft, and that's even another bigger blow.
I'm tired of hearing about Christian Watson.
Oh my goodness.
No disrespect to Christian Watson, but he can't stay healthy.
Nope.
He's a burner that we never see. He's like Haley's Comet. 85 years, he's gonna score.
Hey, that's it. That's it. And they relied on that. Okay, we get Christian Watson back. We good at the receiver room. No, Christian Watson, he fooled a lot of people. He's fool's gold. He's a one-trick pony. And so it just the whole thing when Green Bay can't run the ball. I think the Eagles went into this game with their mindset. We stopped Josh Jacobs. We can win this game. And that's what they did. They went all in on the run.
Right.
And it proved to show that, with either team, they can't run the ball. You got to make them throw. And
there's a play that I seen today that the Eagles defensive tackle, I can't remember his name. He's calling down that fourth down. It's an inside zone. zone. And it was.
And that's when Josh Jacobs fumbled, right? He didn't fumble. I think he got stuffed.
They blew it up. It was a penalty. It was a flag on play holding by Green Bay. And they blew it up though. They blew that play up.
It's Green Bay fans are coming back down to earth. And Soundcrow, who you think will make it further in the playoffs? The Eagles or the Packers?
Well, the thing of it is, like I said, I agree with Flowers too. Is they're both equally in the same boat. So I think obviously Detroit's there with Green Bay in the North. I mean, for Philly, the Cowboys are up and down. Washington's up and down. There's really, and obviously the Giants are not where they need to be. So they don't. I don't want to say they don't have much competition there, but that's a division that they should be, having a solid lead there. But I just the way that game went, and I said this too. The Eagles it's a sophomore slump. Whenever you win the Super Bowl coming in the next year, that team, whatever reason, is just not. They have issues, and we've seen Philly this year too, especially inconsistent. And again, they're not loaded with talent, but for some reason they're just struggling. Same thing, Green Bay. I thought for a while Green Bay was going to, Detroit was kind of sliding there a little bit. Minnesota was catching up a bit. I figured Green Bay would be in that mix, but they look, and after that the other night's game, it's like they just don't look. You playing like that, I think they could both be first rounded. Quite honestly. I don't think they'll both go far if they play like that, because there's a lot of good competition there. A lot of these other teams that are stepping up that probably weren't even in the thoughts for playoff contention there. It's going to be a real dogfight when they get in there. So I wouldn't be shocked if they both get first rounded, to be quite honest. And that's not to be overly. Just play like that is not going to win you playoff games there. And you're pulling it by the skin of your teeth and all these things happening. It's just, you got to clean up that play. Both teams. You don't do that, your season's going to be over probably before it even felt like it started.
Well, I think it's over. They can't run the ball, it's over.
Yeah.
With either team. So
Yep.
The Colts beat the Falcons 31-25. Flowers, your thoughts is JT your MVP? So right now he's your guy.
I mean, come on now. A bear go in the woods.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on the game, man?
Yeah, man. Look, JT and come. Well, first of all, let me talk about Atlanta first. I can talk about us all day. Let me talk about Atlanta. Defensively, they're great. That pass rush, them two rookies they drafted, Walker and Pierce, man, them guys can bring it. Offensively, I don't think Michael Penix is the guy.
No. Nope.
As I watched him for 3 hours. He missed badly on a lot of outside stuff. I think this is his main problem. He's just too inconsistent. That offense has some pieces. I just don't think they're being used right.
Yep.
I don't want to hear any debate about Bijan and Jonathan Taylor anymore. And that's no disrespect to Bijan Robinson, but we seen Sunday who was the better back. You know, it was everybody thought Bijan was the best back in the league. Like I say, there's no disrespect to that young man, but you seen what a complete back could do.
Yeah.
When his team needed him. And hopefully, Bijan gets to that point. But going to us, I just think offensive line for the past 2 weeks, they've been tested. I'm glad we're on a bye week. Pittsburgh decided 2 weeks ago to roll out the bed. And TJ Watt and Highsmith and those guys, they rolled outside the bed and they gave us their best game. And Atlanta did also. A lot of delayed blitzes and stunts on our tackles have been messing us up for the past few weeks. Everybody's been trying to throw Daniel Jones under the bus, but I'm not gonna sit up here and say a lot of this Daniel Jones' fault over the past 2 weeks. Any quarterback that gets pressure like that in his face, they'll fold.
Yeah.
But for him to stand tall and still to make the plays he did.
Yeah.
He made a lot of plays. Tyler
Give him
Warren,
credit.
Tyler Warren made some plays, man.
He's a nice pickup, yeah.
This is my weekly. Thank you, Chicago. I know you got Coach in Loveland. Bear fans get happy. They got happy. He had a 100-yard game. That's cool. No,
finally.
Yeah, we still got the better guy. Look,
yeah, for sure.
Tyler Warren to me looks like Gronk. He's another version of Gronkowski in my opinion. Wide body, you can't get around him.
Yep.
He blocks you off. He makes great catches. That fourth down catch in the flat he had to get that first down was amazing. The overtime catch was amazing. Man, look, those are the games you see what kind of team you got. When adversity hits, and we came up top. Atlanta, like I said, kudos to Atlanta. They just need they need an offensive guy other than Raheem Morris. Raheem Morris was their defensive coordinator, be great. Jeff Ulbrich is doing a great job, but they need an offensive guy if they're going to invest in Phoenix.
Agreed.
Yeah, Juice. I don't know who he's talking. He said it's too early to say that the Braves need to rebuild. I guess he's talking about Atlanta.
The Atlanta Braves? Yeah.
Will Atlanta. I totally agree. They need a scrap. They need a new head coach.
Yeah.
Possibly they need a new quarterback. I'm not giving up on Penix yet. I see some games where I'm like, oh snap, that's a great throw. And then some games I'm like, dang, can he really throw outside the numbers? God, that's where he seemed to throw kind of high at sometimes.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to hit guys outside.
Yeah, you remember the Minnesota game, right? He was missing some guys in that.
He got some dudes, man. Drake London's a dude.
Yeah,
that's a dude.
He's a true number one there.
Even Mooney from Chicago.
Mooney
I know
had a bad drop in the fourth quarter. He had a bad drop.
He usually has sure hands, but he dropped that one. And it seemed like Raheem Morris, he got the defense, but you need this is an offensive driven league now.
Right.
You gotta have a team to put up points. You can have
Yeah.
a middle pat defense and still win a Super Bowl. So
Yep.
Atlanta, they have to figure out something to make things easier for Penix and to get that offense rolling, because sometimes they have too many drives where they just stall out. They too good to be stalling out like that.
I have nothing against Tyler Algier. He's a great power back,
Man,
but they get away from Bijan too much, in my opinion. They get
what
away
my
from him.
thing is, why give Bijan? He worked his butt off to get that team down to the field, and they always give it to Tyler Algier at the goal line.
And it's
Like,
obvious too when Algier. No, that's so obvious too. When you put Algier in the game, you know what's coming.
right? Just like it just blows my mind. Like, do y'all hate this? Do y'all hate Bijan? Do y'all got something against him because y'all never used him? Y'all never wore him.
They don't reward him. I agree with you on that.
So it's just Atlanta. We thought Atlanta was going to be the second best team in the division. Who knows? Cause the Panthers put a whooping on them a couple weeks ago.
And they play again this week.
Again, Atlanta. They play against the man. And we just put a whooping on Bryce Young and them. So I think the Panthers gonna be. They got something to prove. Cause they do have a winning record right now. SoundCrow, do you think Atlanta should look elsewhere for a head coach? You think that Raheem Morris is underachieving?
Yeah, I mean, again, and I like Raheem Morris. Followed him, going way back. So you can't fault him for everything. But I think Atlanta. I'll even go back to the rumor where it looked like Belichick was going to be the head coach in Atlanta. I'm thinking, I don't know if that's the right, again, defensive mind again. I think, offensively, I mean, even Dan Quinn, when he was there, Arthur Smith, I mean, yeah, he's done some things at Pittsburgh, but I think it's the right offensive-minded guy. That's the question. Same thing. You look at, like, again, it's just an example of, in New England's case, I think, sometimes defensive-minded guy is good. I think Gerard Mayo got a bad rep, but apparently Mike Vrabel is the right fit there. So, for Atlanta, sometimes it's patience, kind of like what the Jets are finding out. Nothing against Aaron Glenn, but, you have opportunities out there. You really got to see who's available, who you could bring in, whether that's now as a collegiate level. I don't know, maybe. I mean, there's been hit or misses there. But if you think Penix might be the guy there, and if he could use a good, strong-minded, even a guy who's like a Jim Harbaugh, who's played quarterback, who's running things there, understands the system there, knows how to get the most out of quarterbacks. I think something like that they could do. And again, too, to even like Flowers' point too, I don't think Penix necessarily is the guy either. So if you're going to make a decision too, all these things have to happen, sooner than later. You want to start not blowing it up, but you got to really pivot and turn a different direction. So the guy that's going to lead that team, that's going to be your head coach, that's where you should start. And, you could find that gem and maybe they turn things around because it's a winnable division. I mean, yeah, Tampa Bay's leading it there and Carolina's playing well, but you never know. I mean, the right pieces there, they could be a formidable opponent. They could challenge. And, I guess like Flowers said too, they've drafted a couple young guys. Their defense is stocked. So they're just a few pieces here and there. But I think if you're going to do that, yeah, you got to start from the top and go with that. Go with the coach, see who he wants to bring in, see what that scheme is. What's the game plan? It could be an entirely different personality. So I think for Arthur Blank and for the Falcons team, if you're going to do that, start looking and be patient. Don't pull a trigger too early. Do your due diligence, do the whole, the Rooney process, go through everybody, but find the right offensive mind that could really help launch this team to where really it should be, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, they got too much talent on that side of the ball to be playing like that. I do got a quick question. Which team move on from that quarterback first? The Panthers or the Falcons? Which one? Hey,
wow.
Bryce Young. That dude looked at.
I'm a little more invested in Bryce than Penix, man.
Really? Oh, man.
I really am. I just feel like, I say, just looking at both of them, I feel like Bryce is honestly he's a better thrower. In my opinion, he's a better thrower.
He is.
Yeah.
He have these lapses. I can't understand it. He have the moments where he's unsure of what he's seeing.
You put Bryce in Atlanta, what do you think they would be? I think they'd be a little better.
I think so, yeah.
You put Penix in
That pack,
Carolina. What do you think they look like?
no, it'd be worse. Oh yeah, I think that would be worse because Penix have the better talent.
Yeah,
Even though
Penix
Rico
got the
Dow, I
better
mean
talent.
Rico, I'm not taking nothing from Rico Dow,
Of course.
but as Bijan, you know what I'm saying? You get
Better
guys
offensive
basically,
line,
yeah,
better
better
Oh,
skill.
offensive
for
line.
sure. Better skill players, yeah.
Pretty much, Atlanta
Drake
is a more
London.
seasoned Carolina, honestly.
Right.
Yes, they're really the
Sure.
same team. If you look at them, they
Essentially,
really
yeah.
the same team.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
I know Carolina, because Pro Football Focus brought that up. He like, man, you just don't know what you're gonna get for Bryce. And from this
That's
past Sunday
true.
on, I was just like, Saints, we was all over. We just had we just had a game plan. We just had their playbook, and
Yeah.
maybe we can chalk it up to that for them being the division rivals. But Penix and Bryce, they're gonna have to figure something out.
They got to figure it out. You don't want to be a Kyler Murray situation where they're still trying to, like, I mean, some years good, some years, you're not sure. Then there's do they move on, or a Tua, do they move on? You want to get out of that conversation.
That's another guy. You think Kyle? Yeah, I think
he's done.
I said, you know what? Go ahead and go home, play Black Ops. Go ahead and take the week off.
That IR thing is a stunt so they can't say. I honestly think Kyler Murray said, I don't want to be announced that y'all benching me. So tell me I'm on IR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he was practicing last week. They said that he was, and then all of a sudden Brissett started.
When they say he had a concussion, was that
a foot
what
or something?
I think it was it the foot,
like
toe, and something that hasn't healed or something or other. But that's what they're saying.
We might see a slew of quarterbacks be moving off season.
Whole new carousel. Yep.
I mean, Tua, he might be out of there.
I don't think Tua's out of there.
You think? How we know Mike McDaniel get fired?
Let me say this about Tua real quick. Ever since Tyreek Hill has left, in my opinion, Tua's played better. Spreading it around, they're running the ball. Miami's honestly, they've been for the past 3 weeks. Miami has been a formidable team. I have to be honest. You know, you can't look at the record. There's just look, like I say, what have you done for me lately? They've beaten Buffalo. They've blown out Atlanta. They've been competitive.
They have been competitive.
Yeah. It's just the concussions, though, that's mounted up that concerns me for longevity. That's the only. I mean, if he can stay healthy and they can protect him, maybe, that's the only.
I'm not going to he ain't had one in 2 years almost.
That's fair. Yeah. As long as he stays healthy, they keep him up.
My concern is Matt Daniels.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone at the end of the season.
Yeah, he's
Chris Greer going is just that they don't want to shake up too much. They got to start with the GM, then the coach.
With these coaches, you know how they are when they come in.
Yeah,
they want to scout other quarterbacks, bring in competition. So that's my whole thought process with Tua. Is the coach gonna love him when he see him? Who knows? So
time will tell.
Time will tell for sure. All right, man. The Patriots are rolling. They are 8-2.
Drake May MVP.
Woo! I know, right? Drake May MVP. SoundCloud, is New England the new best team in the AFC?
That's tough. I mean, I don't want to jinx it and say yes because anything could happen. It's been one of those crazy years. But considering the play, and I gotta say there are some, especially teams in the AFC that have been a disappointment. Going by those numbers, I mean Buffalo's Buffalo. I mean nothing against Josh Allen, but they can't get over that hump. So the Jets are falling apart. Miami's decent there. New England has a chance to, 8-2 now. They're riding pretty good. I mean they're not always
good too.
Schedule's good too. Yeah, so they're hitting a nice stride now. So I think they're definitely top 5. I'll put it there. I don't want to say they're the best just because there are other teams you could make arguments for. But they are rising through the ranks. They could keep moving up if they keep the play the way they've been going. And again, it's not always flashy, but they're finding ways. They're moving the ball. Drake May's accuracy is looking good. He's making those throws that are just like insane in some cases. I've seen some of those. I'm like, wow, that's incredible. Just how he's able to, to target there, and even he had a couple of nice throws this last week under pressure. Like, he's handling it well. So, and the running back, is doing the running game is doing well. I mean, they're just, and the defense has been balling too. So they're definitely top 5, maybe top 3. I mean, again, if you could compare some others, there's kind of like there's back and forth. I think they could be the Cinderella team coming into the playoffs if they win that division. Who was it? Was it Damian Woody? I think that said the path to the playoffs is going to go through Gillette Stadium. I don't know if I would go that far, but I think
he might be right. I mean, you haven't heard that.
It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, I don't want to speak because still a lot of things can happen until the end of the season, but I think they will be one of the teams that could sneak up and really take a huge spot. I mean, I don't know if they'll be first round bye necessarily, but they should be a higher ranked seed going into it the way they're going. So I like it. If they keep playing the way they're playing, they got to stay healthy. That's the key thing. They haven't had a lot of core injuries there, so they can maintain their health. The rides their favor. It could be interesting. I think we'll see. Again, end of the season, a lot can happen.
The key to the Patriots is Mike Vrabel.
Yep.
He always have his team prepared to play.
Yep.
I mean, we saw Drake May taking this step. We saw this defense come around. They flying to the ball, making stops, creating turnovers. Mike Vrabel has lit a fire.
He's changed that culture.
I mean, he done it. He did it in Tennessee. I didn't expect nothing less from Mike Vrabel. And I think this Patriots team, they scary because they don't have a lot of big names. I mean, they Stephon Diggs doing what he needed to do. Petit Flowers put me on that guy. I don't know who that guy was. I mean, he just torched us up in New Orleans. I was just like, dang, bro, like where he come from?
The rookie from this past week tore Buccaneers up.
Yep.
Yeah, Trayvon Henderson. My thing, like
wide out. What's the wide? The rookie wide out also that had the touchdown for a half.
I can't think of his name.
I can't remember his name.
They're starting to use him now. He's a burner.
He's coming in. He's got speed.
What's so funny is they keep taking carries away from Trayvon Henderson when they just need to let him cook. You know,
they're starting to let him cook.
They didn't let him cook.
They didn't have a choice this past week because Colin was out. The other guy was out.
You talking about
what's the other running back?
Ramondre Stevenson.
Ramondre. Yeah, he was out.
He was out for the year.
Is he out for the year?
I think now he's out for the year. Yeah, he was hurt.
See, that opens up Trayvon.
Yeah.
Oh, Hollins? You talking about Hollins?
No. It's a rookie. It was a rookie. I can't. The one that I think he caught it on a drag and took it up the sideline before half.
Kyle Williams.
Yeah.
He had a big catch in versus us in the Saints game. I forgot about Kyle Williams.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's not the names for the Patriots. It's the Patriots way. They getting it done with guys that's gonna put their nose in there and just get the work. And that's Mike Vrabel. He know about the Patriots way. He brought it in, and that's how they playing football. What's your thoughts on the Patriots, Flowers?
Man, look, I'm with everything. I agree with everything y'all said. I also want to add the tidbit of they're undefeated with Christian Gonzalez ever since he's gotten back. So I think it's 6-0, 7-0.
Yep.
It's a lockdown corner. Look, I give Kraft and company credit. They spent a good bit of money. They got some defensive guys. They're one of the better defensive teams in the league. You give pieces to Mike Vrabel. We've seen it go on in Tennessee. He's got a legitimate quarterback. Drake May is a real deal. We've seen the strides last year, his rookie year. This year, he's taking the extra step. It's what they needed, and it's gonna come. It could come down between Indianapolis home field, come down between New England having home field. It reminds me of 2005 all over again. If you ask me. Look, I'm excited for it because there's a possibility it might be us against New England in the AFC Championship. You can't write it off. There's a possibility.
It's possible.
See it.
But most definitely, I welcome the challenge. But New England has a great schedule set up the next month. We got some challenges coming up, so we're both tied at 8-2.
Yeah.
So, like I said, there's a chance for it to go either way.
Yeah. Could be good.
Yeah, it sure can. Like I said, the Patriots, what they have done is just unbelievable compared to last year. And Mike Vrabel had a vision, and he brought it to light. You just
Listen,
saw how they play. They having fun. Drake May out there smiling. They having
Yeah.
a good time. And Stephon Diggs, well, he did that with Cardi B, and then,
Mhm.
you know
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, they all haven't heard a peep from Stephon, you know. So
Look, I
it
will say,
just
I'll say this because I know since Flowers here too. Like I long. You bring up the passer. I long for the Brady and the Manning days. You know, Peyton and Brady. The old Patriot Colt days, and how many times they went at each other. So we could be seeing the new age of that now, which it would be awesome. I mean, quite honestly, just to see a new
what
generation of this old rivalry coming back.
Never.
So
Yeah, Drake May, he definitely deserve all the praise because he spreads the ball around and he go through a progression, and he
yeah,
always find that open guy, man. I like I said, when they're playing his Saints and
yep.
he'll drop back and say, dang, he see somebody. he just let that mud reel. You know,
Yep.
they go for 40 yards on us. I'm like,
He's
dang, he
dropping a
see
dime.
somebody.
There he goes. Yep.
He dropping a dime. I'm like, dang. You know, I ain't had to see the back end. I already knew he saw somebody for a touchdown.
You saw it. Yep. Yep.
So another team that been kind of not disappointing record wise, but how they been losing, how they been dropping games they should have won. The Bills lose to Miami 30-13. That ruined my whole parlay.
Oh yeah.
Ouch.
I just took a money line. I said I ain't playing around. Just take a money
Straight up.
line. Just straight up. I ain't playing around with them. But Bills
No.
had other plans. Josh Allen seemed interested, wasn't really focused, and they had a couple of turnovers that ruined the game. They're not like the Dolphins play a perfect game either.
No.
They had opportunities to capitalize on what they couldn't do.
They just can't get it done. The Bills can't get it done in clutch moments. They're like the games they could have.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're not doing it.
Had a party against my
Oh,
and look, the Bills. It's kind of stupid that they can't fix their problems. That they always rely too much on Josh Allen. They didn't bring in no receiver when they should have.
Yep.
They didn't fix the secondary issue. They didn't fix the linebacking. Well, I think Milano is still hurt. I want to say
they have a lot of defensive injuries.
Yep.
Yes, it's like. But my main issue is them on offense. They didn't get the burner they needed. They tried bringing Elijah Moore in to do whatever they needed to do, and
it's not going to work.
That ain't gonna work.
No,
that's not gonna work. They trying to put everything on Josh Allen, and that's not how you win Super Bowls.
No.
So Flowers, do the Bills need to move on from Mike McDermott
Sean McDermott
to order to get over the hump, because that's a curse and they can't seem to get it together.
I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't be surprised of what would happen now that Dable's been fired. I already gave it away. I can see McDermott losing their job and they bring back Josh Allen's favorite coordinator and Brian Dable. I can see that happening. Josh did great with Dable.
Yeah,
they had their most success when he was offensive coordinator.
Yep.
So I just think Sean McDermott he's been there for a long time, and he's had opportunities. I think it's probably about time for a different start, because now you can't stop the run.
No,
and the Bills they can't stop the run. That's not going to fare well with them coming down the stretch, and especially if they run into. Because I think they have to play. New England again. I want to say.
Yep.
Yeah.
New England might sweep them. Let's say a Buffalo makes the playoffs. it'd probably be about a 7th seed. Do you want to play Indianapolis or New England for a third time?
No.
I know it's look, and these guys like Nick Wright on TV. He was talking the other day. After the Bills played the Colts, I just can't see myself picking Daniel Jones against Josh Allen. Well, goddamn it, buddy, you gotta change, man.
It's not looking at it right.
I picked Daniel Jones over Josh Allen. I mean, at this point,
on, man. With the Bills, it's not even about that. With the Bills,
look,
it's the Bills.
About that. We took Indianapolis up to Buffalo a few years ago, and John Taylor popped him for 5 TDs.
He was.
I
Oh
don't.
gosh, yeah.
I
He
don't
ran
think y'all
wild.
want to deal with Indianapolis being able to run the ball on y'all. So they if anything, they better clean things up fast
Yep.
because they're gonna run into a buzzsaw down the road in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
And it's been showing these last couple of games with the Bills of cracks in their armor. You know what I'm saying? And teams they figuring out a way to slow them down.
And I think
Yep.
they only
Well,
win if James Cook gets 100 yards.
They got to get him. Yeah.
Yes. Keenan Coleman can't get open.
Nope.
Freaking Elijah Moore don't even get him playing time. I forgot the other kid's name.
Shakir.
Shakir. He disappears too much. Like, where's Shakir?
Yep.
Like,
These are not 1A guys, in my opinion.
No.
These are not first options.
No.
Josh Allen to me is throwing to a bunch of slot guys. And I think he lost one of his tight ends. So
what's it called? He's still banged up.
Kincaid.
Dalton.
I think Kincaid might be done for the year.
Yeah. Yep.
Dang. That's what I'm saying. They rely on they run this 2 tight end system. I mean, it's all gravy and everything, but when you don't have a number one guy you can go to that can beat coverage, then the 2 tight end system ain't gonna do nothing for you.
No.
It's cool and all when you beat it's cool and all when you beat Kansas City, but what else can you do?
What happened when you play some teams with them good linebackers and good corners?
Exactly. And what happened when you play Kansas City in the playoffs? You can't beat them.
That's a whole different. Yeah, that's a different.
I don't see the Bills beating them now. I just don't see the Bills overcoming the Chiefs. They got to see them again in the playoffs. They
got Tampa Bay this week. You want to know the spread on that one? It's 5.5 Buffalo away.
You said 5.5?
Yes, it is. Right now, it is 5.5 Buffalo.
Wow.
Play the points with the Buccaneers this week.
I can't believe
that's generous.
Because they're at home, and I don't think they've lost a home game in 2 years.
So that gets sense. It makes sense there, but still, I mean,
play the points with Tampa Bay this week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it just, man, I hate this for Josh Allen and the Bills. Cause I room for him. That was my favorites, but now I'm like, man, I'm just seeing too much problems going on with this team.
Yep.
And
you can only do so much.
You can do some. And what's so crazy is that the 2 turnovers was very costly. The interception in the red zone
that hurt.
That killed them.
I think it was like 16-0. That will put 7 on the board. I want to say. Then when Josh Allen had that quarterback sneak and he fumbled right there, it just he's doing too much. He going back to his old. He going back to his old ways.
Yep.
So Flowers, what would be your top 5 teams right now in NFL? AFC and NFC. What would be your top 5?
A mixture, or you want them separate?
Mixture. Let's separate them.
Yeah, we separate them.
Let's separate them.
Seahawks, Rams. No, Seahawks, Lions, Rams. Who I want to put forth? I'm scaling. I'm gonna say Philly to be generous, and then I feel like I'm missing somebody. And then I'm gonna say Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
If Tampa was fully healthy offensively, I think they'll probably be
higher. They'd be higher on the list.
Yeah.
I mean, I only put Tampa Bay 5th because of injuries. That's the only reason.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
AFC wise, ooh,
it's good.
Of course, I'm gonna say us. Just me being a homer. I'm not ready to put Kansas City in there yet, so I'm gonna say us. Man, this is tough. The Patriots. So I'm scaling through. Just give me a second. Just work with me. Bear with me. We got to throw Denver in there.
Yeah.
I don't want to drop the Chargers yet. I'm gonna put the Chargers 5th. I'm trying to see, can I put anybody 4th? Am I missing someone?
Let's see.
Buffalo.
No.
Baltimore. I'm a slab. I'm a
Yep,
slab
they won three
Baltimore.
games.
Baltimore,
They
they're
won
coming
three
back.
games in
Yeah.
a row. They
Yeah,
won
they're
three
coming
games
back.
in a row. Right now, they are 4-5.
They're right
One
behind
game
Pittsburgh there.
behind.
Yep.
One game behind Pittsburgh, which
They're
is
gonna
Yep.
win that
insane.
division. But Baltimore's gonna win that division.
Yeah, they'll come back.
That's insane.
And Kansas City's
So,
knocking on the door. Now, how about
So
that?
just on
Kansas
the
City's
outside.
knocking.
Yeah.
so hold on, SoundCrow, before I ask you your top five. What y'all
Okay.
think about Joe Burrow going back to practice?
I
It's
mean,
time.
he's got at some point. Yeah. I mean, see
I
the
don't know,
question.
man. I feel like they 3-6. I don't feel like they should play him.
At this point, yeah, maybe.
I
And
think
Flacco's been doing well. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
ride it out for the year.
I
I think at
think he
this point,
should
Well,
sit out,
if they don't
not the
drop,
rest of the year, but a good bit
yeah.
of the year.
yeah,
I
No
mean, if
need to
they
rush
don't
him
drop
back.
a game or two for the past couple of weeks, I feel like this conversation will be different
yeah,
because Joe was never ruled out for the whole year. You know, when this turf toe
Yeah,
thing happened.
yeah.
right.
But I look, I wouldn't be in no rush. You know, that they activated the 21-day
Man,
window. I wouldn't be in a rush to bring them back. I go
No,
them full 21 days.
give him time. Yeah,
that's what I was
Flacco's doing
thinking.
okay
Like,
there.
I
Don't push
wouldn't
it.
rush him back. Let's be honest. There's probably no hope for them making the playoffs. The ALC is too deep.
No, it's too deep.
It's too deep
Let me
right
see
now.
their
And
schedule and that, because honestly, like, because they
I can
played the
read it
Steelers
off.
this.
We can.
Yeah, they played the Steelers this week. So
Yeah.
All right. All right. They have the Steelers. At the Steelers, home versus Patriots, at
Oh.
Baltimore,
Oh.
at Buffalo, home against Baltimore,
Oof.
at Miami,
Oof.
home versus Cardinals, home versus Browns.
now
That's the 5.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal.
Oof.
So
If they don't drop 2 games prior to, you know, now, like I say, we have a different conversation. Because look, the Bengals can score. They can score.
Yeah, they
they
can.
need to win. They will need to win at least 5 of the 5. They didn't come out at 5-3.
5 of the 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
If not, then it's over. All right, SoundCrow, who would be your top 5 teams? You can split them up if you want to with the AFC and NFC.
Honestly, and it's not just because it's a simple answer, but I kind of agree with Flowers on that lineup, just because that's sort of the teams I was looking at too. I don't know, like the only same thing. I think Tampa. I mean, you gotta slide them down because of injuries. Of course, they lose. The Patriots, which are playing good, but I think that's a fair lineup for the NFC, and then the AFC. Same thing. I mean, obviously, not just because I'm biased either, but Colts and Patriots are right at the top there because they're just the hot teams right now. So. And Chargers throwing them in there too. Yeah, and I same thing. Baltimore is going to come back. They're proving that. So I think that would be my top teams as well. Kansas City could get in there. I don't like them going deep. I think the reign is over. Clearly, they are not the dominating force. They had their run there. They had the title run. Like they're basically the Patriots of old now. They're old, and it's moving on now.
Let me say this real quick, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put this in a basket, or put them in the match because they play each other this week, Kansas City and Denver.
Yeah.
So they'll count.
That's
One of them
going to
will
be the
cancel
key.
each other out
That's
this week.
Yeah.
I think that's matchup right there would show how far along is Kansas City. If they come in and win this game, and if they get blown out, I think they'll kind of give us a radar of where the Kansas City is. Cause right now, Denver offense is not firing on all cylinders. They win the game based off the defense. I know PS2, I think he's out.
He's out.
Hurt,
he's on IR. So
he's on.
That plays in the can. I'm picking Kansas City to win this game Sunday, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Denver is consistent enough on offense.
No, they need
think
some
they
more
can
pieces
go
there,
in
That's
and
it.
fiddle around and try to cut it on in the fourth quarter. He can't do that against Kansas City.
No, and if they do win by some sheer luck, I mean,
right.
But
Denver plays Kansas City well. Yeah.
Yep, they always have. But I think this time the offense they haven't been doing too hot. So I think that'll be the key. If they can put up points and get some stops, of course, then they should be able to win. But we would see.
Yeah.
If my dog would shut up. All right. I don't know what they barking at. See, you gotta have a little security system. They say always get you a small dog because they bark at anything.
Don't count the small guys. I mean,
They bark at anything. All right, guys, man, that was our breakdown of the NFL matchups. I'm gonna show y'all the highlight of the day. I never seen this happen before. Let's see, can I pull the video? What the world? They blocked my video.
oh,
I don't want you to be great.
They said I can't play the video. They said I gotta convert, man. I don't know when the last time I converted a video over. Well, formatted a video to play on a.
I'm gonna say I can't think of one either. Jeez, that's
Usually I download the video and they play, but they say I can't play those. So, sorry guys, no highlight of the week.
No, it was a good one though. We know that. So
yeah. So okay, guys. Okay, yeah, I got me on now. Flower, before you got on, it just been weird today. It's like Screen Guard was double playing audios, and it's just been one of them shows, bro.
It's a Wednesday.
All right, so let's move on to Stud Nud then. Let's go and do that. All right, Flower, so you're a stud.
Let me say this real quick. It's Jonathan Taylor until elsewise.
Forever.
Look, anytime Jonathan Taylor has a good game, just automatically log me for Jonathan Taylor.
I got you. That's why I let all y'all pick y'all studs before I pick mine. I knew JT already gonna be on the list. Here he is.
Yep.
They got second and short. That means it's Taylor time, and he's got the first down, and he busts away from the pack for plenty more. Jonathan Taylor, big run. There he goes, and Indianapolis takes the lead.
And the scary thing, I don't think he's running full speed.
He doesn't look like it, no.
JT, man, he's that dude. He been that dude. All right. My stud is Gibbs.
Okay.
Gibbs. Let me see. What happened to it? Oh, here it is.
Get it out there. The second was commit to this running game between the tackles, which has opened up everything else. And Jahmyr Gibbs going for a touchdown.
He's gone.
Takes it all the way.
I wanted to talk about the Lions. I don't know if we're too late.
Oh,
I just wanted to point out something about the Lions this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know that Dan Campbell took over the play calling.
Yep.
This past Sunday.
Yep. I saw
that.
I
thought he was a more of a defense. Well, he played tight end.
He played tight end.
I never thought him of being a offensive play caller. I just saw him as a coach. You know, old school coaches.
He's one of those motivator guys. Yeah, keep everybody.
Yeah.
He took over the play calling. 33 passes, 33 runs.
Yep.
They scored on every possession. That's why I'm telling you, this Sunday, I'm taking the Lions to whoop the Eagles.
Well, man, so I guess he didn't like the way his OC was calling the game.
Yes, that's pretty much what it was. He got Jameson Williams involved. He got everybody involved. St. Brown.
See, you spread the ball around. Good things happen. Yeah.
Yes, he wanted balance, and he called balance.
He got it.
That was a masterful game that he called.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, come to think of, I remember the OC coming out in the conference saying that it's his fault. Jameson Williams is not involved. That he doing him a disservice.
Yikes.
Yeah, because J-Mo went after
be known. Yeah, I just want that to be known.
Yeah, fair point.
Like Laporta had 5 catches and 53 for 53
the balance.
Yards.
Yeah,
they scored every possession.
Yep.
Thank you, Dan Campbell. Cause I had Laporta on my fantasy team, and I was just like, I had to see him every week. Cause I didn't know he gonna produce or not.
Yep.
I mean, that's a big step off from last year, Laporta. Soundcrow, who will your stud of the week be?
Well, I'm gonna keep it close to. I guess I'll keep it close to home too, because why not? I'd say Drake May. I mean, he's balling out, so he's had a couple of clutch throws. You got to give it to him, and New England's riding on him. So, yeah.
Man, I was torn. I was going to do Drake May, and I was like, nah, I did Drake May last week. I'm gonna try to find somebody. I haven't gave Gibbs one in a while, so I gave Gibbs one. I was gonna do Tyler Shuck. You know,
That would have been
I
a
was
good
gonna
one.
I was gonna go Tyler Shuck, but he's like, you know what?
Yeah, you could have did it because I mean that's a big win. That's his first win.
That's
He had a
true.
great
Yeah.
game.
Olave had over 100 receiving yards, and this is what I'm talking about. Flower. Like Rattler was padding it, scared to go downfield, but Chuck, he said, "I don't give my dude a chance to play, especially on the sideline."
Chuck got better touch than Rattler.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Yeah.
Way better touch than Rattler.
Tyler Rattler thought me like throw the double coverage downfield. No, man, it's like single coverage down sideline.
Take a shot.
Try it.
Take a shot.
Just try it. And see when Lave, he made the catch. Foul, so you're dud.
The run pain. See, this is why I brought up Dan Campbell. Look, Dan called such a masterful game. They had them boys at their fight.
Yep.
All right, it's a 5-second clip. This is all I can find, so it's gonna be pretty quick. You're gonna have to pay attention.
Brown is walking, and then he just bam.
I mean, Amara so funny. That dude, I didn't know what he was gonna do to him. You know, when somebody flinch at you, like you trying to protect yourself, you know what's gonna happen.
Well, that let you know that the Lions had the Commanders frustrated. They frustrated.
He got tired seeing Amara dance.
Yep.
He hit that Trump dance, and that was it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, Washington. You saw not Dan Campbell, but what's the head coach for the Commander? Was it
Dan Quinn? Dan Quinn.
Yeah, he turned over the play caller. He said, no, yeah, he turned over the defensive.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, all right, I'm done here. My dud. I don't know if I can remember. Oh, I gotta look at my play sheet. Allen, yeah, Josh Allen's my dud.
Yeah.
2 costly turnovers, bro.
Yep.
Come on.
Field either on 3rd down. Allen to the end zone, and it is intercepted.
So bad.
After that interception, Ben, I knew it was. I knew the parlay was cooked.
It's over.
Yeah. I was watching the same game. I was all flipping over and everything. I was like 0. I was just waiting for that 0 to change. I'm like still 0.
Yep.
I was just like, what is going on? I think it was. I think they went 21 or 23-0 at one point. I was just like, dang, man. Everybody was trying to be everybody trying to have a little hope because is on Fliff. You know, you read the chat. They're like, man, they said the Bills gonna come back in the second half. Just watch, they're gonna come back.
Look, after the first quarter, I guess because I've been gambling for so long, like I get a feel early.
You just know
how things are gonna go.
Yeah.
And after that first quarter, I had the feeling like, the Bills they ain't winning.
They're not doing that. Nope. You just have that vibe. You can tell. That's
you can feel it.
That's Super Bowl when the Seahawks Broncos when the oversnap Peyton in the end zone. I'm like, this game is over. You just know in the first snap, it's not going that way.
You feel the air like
kickoff,
stuck out of team.
Yep. Yep.
I'm glad I wasn't watching. I was watching the Saints. So, man, I was just like, man, if y'all ever find a gambling app, go to group chat. Go to the chat.
Look, it is. You right about that. That or go to the score and read like the chats and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
It's like, man, I just lost my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those dudes are hilarious, man. I was just like, these dudes right here, bro. All right, SoundCloud, who will be your stud? I mean, your dud.
Well, my dud, yeah. Well, I will say he was playing as a stud, but this night just kind of earned him a dud, and he said he's got to play better. But I got to throw it to Aaron Rodgers for this week. I mean,
yes, sir.
It's just not the play they've been playing. They've been playing. Steelers had a pretty good offense, but this game, and there were some throws he did not make or was trying to make that was just was not his night.
Saying, so, I want to hear something funny.
Yes.
Before the game, I'm listening to the commentators talk.
Yep.
And somebody said Aaron Rodgers is 0-5 against Jim Harbaugh. I saw shit. They about to lose.
You don't say that.
Every time when you bring out those stats like that, yeah.
That's like, oh, he's never missed a field goal. The kicker has never missed a field goal
when
all
they
year
do
long.
that.
Why? Why do you do that? No, no.
I just need a guy to give me weird stats like that. You know, you holler here like, oh, he 0-8 in New Orleans in the Superdome.
Yes,
You know, so it
could
just
happen. Could happen.
Well, so I think I took the Steelers on my parlay. I want to say, I can't remember.
Well, of
I
course
had
you
them
could.
like plus 10.5. And
Yeah,
they
that's
couldn't even cover that.
That's yep. I had them plus 10. I had them. I was like the Chargers. I said, yeah, they're a tough team, man. When they get going, especially with their offense, and the Steelers, they've been up and down these last couple weeks.
And the sad part too of it is Aaron Rodgers goes home to California. He can't even win going home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that was his first time playing in SoFi.
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy.
Not memorable. Not for the good reasons, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, I have somebody that support the podcast over on Instagram. We support each other content. She sent me this cool coffee mug.
That's nice.
Charlie Brown.
Sweet.
Appreciation. Little appreciation.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Shout out to Miss Joy Harris. Thank you.
It's hot chocolate time too.
Ooh, yes. With the little marshmallows and chocolate chip cookies. Yep.
With that being said, guys, thank y'all for supporting the show. It really means a lot to us. We love doing this, and we love supporting y'all's content too.
Yep.
So that's what it's all about with content creators and doing podcasts, about connections and just coming together and having a good time. And that's what we like to do. We like to laugh and have a good time, not beef and none that type of jazz. We just want to
lay back and fun time.
If y'all come in our comments beefing, talking noise, you know, we might have to say a little something to you, but nah, I'm just playing. But we just like to have
be that
fun
harsh
and
to
joke
you.
around. Yeah. It won't be that. No, you know, that's just a little initiation we give y'all. Welcome to the club.
I'll talk to you. Yeah.
But thank y'all, and visit our merch shop. I wish I had the link, but I don't tonight. I had posted next week. But thank y'all for supporting the show. We'll be back.
We need a Jonathan Taylor shirt, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm getting
right along with the Drake May too. Get that one.
I don't help my guy. I don't help.
J Train.
Greatness.
J Train coming through, man.
Yes, sir. I don't help my guy Friday and say we need this done ASAP.
Yep.
I got you, Flowers. I got you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll smooth the show starting off, and we'll see y'all then. Next time we out of here.
Good night, all. Happy week.